First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Tonight, the second of two on this wild card Saturday. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Now the former Vol, Dylan Sampson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Sampson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's complete. It is Trey Harris. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A give, it's Sampson. Has some room inside the 30. And he'll take this one in. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, San Francisco. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Time to be lying.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. That was good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On first down, right back to Robinson. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
60 Mavericks.
They'll go again with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Go! Mustang 19, Charger, 19, Charger.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
A pickup of 12 yards. First down, 49ers.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Get set, get set.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee.
Yellow, 118, what's up?
On the ground, it's Sampson. Good blocking to the 15. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up. From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. On play action, here's Purdy. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check, hurt, hurt. Steady.
From the gun, it's Shador. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Come on, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
From the gun, it's Sanders. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And they'll finally put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield. With Sampson. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7. Second down, they need 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Get set, get set. 18. Go.
Now Purdy. To the end zone. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos, 70 Lions. Ready.
That one knocked away. It is incomplete. They go for the RPO. Cannot connect. And it'll bring up second down.
It leads to second
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Get it.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack. But then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
70.
Sanders on third down. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
From the 33, here's second and 4.
Here we go. Shot. 60 Maverick. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They go play action with Sanders. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
It's a loss of 6. Brings up third down and 10.
Ready.
We are through one here on Wild Card Weekend. The Niners have the early advantage. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this.
Okay, ready.
3rd and 10.
Ready, cut 19. Rocco 80. Ready.
Out of the gun. It's the pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. Yellow.
Slot man gonna move in motion left. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Yellow.
On 2nd down, Purdy. This is caught down that right sideline. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
We'll go play action. Purdy. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Here's Sampson, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's caught. It's Dylan Sampson. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
On the handoff, this is Sampson. And he will get into the end zone. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, San Francisco. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The extra point by Bass is good. And the 49ers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1, and they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
Mustang 19. Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Big Lion Set, go.
Play action. It's Sanders. Quick throw, taken in, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
He'll look London's way again. It's complete again. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
It's a gain of a yard.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On play action, Shador. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Panther 11.
As Shador on first down. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he's in! Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Get set, get set. 18.
To throw on first down is Purdy. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Outside. 18. Watch out.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They send the tight end in motion. Third down. Purdy. Open man, left side. He's got it. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 38 yards.
I half expected to see all 11 defenders piled up on top of him at the end of this run to make sure he was finally down, because a couple times on that run, it looked like he was cooked, only to shake off those tackles and keep on cooking.
He'll stay on the ground with Sampson, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, it's Purdy. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Get set! Get set! Yellow. Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Dylan Sampson, touchdown San Francisco. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the 3rd quarter of the NFC wildcard game. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go. Hey, trap 50, trap 50. Ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Cougar 19. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bison, 60. Ready?
They go play action now with Sanders. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
On 3rd down, Sanders. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
1st and 10.
A pickup of 21 on that connection. 1st down, Atlanta. And here's Bijan. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Come 19, come 19, 19 Lion. Third, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First drive of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the 1st down with that one.
Evil. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. Let go.
From the gun, it's Shador. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Ready, right?
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And the Falcons are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball.
Here we go.
Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they'd let him finish this drive off.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. Robinson trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty...
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Falcons.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. The extra point is good, and the Falcons are able to cut into the deficit.
Falcons 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Get set. Yellow.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Inside the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now Bass to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will extend this third quarter lead.
Falcons 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Their own 24-yard line.
Seven Pirates.
They go play action with Sanders. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A short gain up to the 20. Nick Martin is there to bring him down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Dixie Maverick. Go.
Now Sanders on 3rd and long. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The 44-yard line.
Get set.
Tight end going in motion here. There's a give up the middle for Sampson. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
On the zone read, give to Sampson. Oh, a loose football. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it it's just hard to pull yourself out. You know, so far throughout the game, we've seen him make a lot of plays in the run game, but now he shows that he can hold his own in coverage as well. Really nice job there by the linebacker, making an impact in the passing game.
Whoa. Inside the 40, Bijan Robinson. And he is unstoppable. He goes all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21.
Falcons 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Get set, yellow.
They motion the slot man left. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Purdy now on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Through the middle of the field. And he will score. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, 49ers. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing now, Sanders on 1st down. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
Hold the set. Come on. Set.
They'll throw on 1st down with Sanders. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. What a way to start this drive. A 2nd big play. This one for 22. First and 10.
Ready? Let go.
Now Robinson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
15 more yards.
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs
20-yard line.
on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. 18. Cougar 19. Ready?
On first down, it's Sanders. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And they will get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. A short game. Down to the 7.
Robinson, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2.
Second
Brings up second
and goal.
Get it. Ready?
One more time, it's Robinson. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
4-yard line. A gain of 3 yards.
Ready? Stop.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Field goal not going to help much at this point. They've got to go for it on 4th and goal.
Bronco in Cup 19. Cup 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Mustang 19. Let's go.
They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. On the ground, it's Sampson to start this drive. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second
Second down and 3. Once again, it's Sampson. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, 49ers.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
A gain of 21 yards. And a 49er first down.
On first down, right back to Sampson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. Inside run with Sampson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase, is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
On third down, it's Purdy. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, 49ers.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Watch out! Stop!
A run with Sampson. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
12 more yards.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11.
Get set! Get set!
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers, as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.